Welcome back to the channel NUMISMA Hub Coins to the World of Rare Coins, where history meets hidden treasure. Today, we're exploring the fascinating 1943D silver wheat penny, a unique coin from the Lincoln Wheat Penny collection that was created during World War II using steel instead of copper. Whether your coin is shiny or in dirty condition, it could still hold surprising value and an incredible story. Stay with us as we uncover what makes this coin so special and why collectors around the world are still searching for it today. Top 3. First up, the 1943D silver wheat penny is one of the most talked about coins in American history, and it often surprises new collectors because it looks silver instead of copper. This coin is officially known as a steel cent, part of the famous Lincoln Wheat Penny series, and it was struck during World War II. Collectors search for this coin not only because of its unusual appearance, but also because of its strong historical connection to wartime America. Even in dirty or worn condition, people hold onto these coins because they represent a unique moment when everyday money changed to support the war effort. While most 1943D steel cents are not extremely rare, certain conditions, errors, and high grades can make them quite valuable today. The story of the 1943D steel penny begins during World War II, when the United States needed copper for ammunition and military equipment. To conserve this important metal, the United States Mint decided to temporarily change the composition of the 1-cent coin. Instead of the usual bronze, the mint produced pennies made of steel coated with zinc, giving them a shiny silver color. These coins were struck at 3 mints, including the Denver Mint, which used the D mint mark. The year 1943 is historically significant because it reflects how even everyday objects like coins were affected by the global conflict. For collectors, this coin represents a direct link to wartime sacrifice and innovation, making it one of the most historically meaningful coins in U.S. numismatics. The design of the 1943D steel cent remains the same as earlier wheat pennies. On the front or obverse, you will see the profile of Abraham Lincoln facing right, along with the words "In God We Trust," Liberty, and the date 1943. On the reverse, 2 wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, which is why these coins are called wheat pennies. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, can sometimes be found on the coin. The composition is steel with a zinc coating. The weight is about 2.7 grams and the diameter is 19. One special feature is that these coins are magnetic, unlike normal copper pennies, which is a quick way to identify them. The D mint mark on this coin indicates it was produced at the Denver Mint. You will find this small letter below the date on the obverse side. Coins without a mint mark from 1943 were made in Philadelphia, while those with an S came from San Francisco. The Denver Mint produced a large number of these coins, so the 1943D is generally considered common compared to some other dates. However, mint location can still affect value when combined with condition, eye appeal, or rare errors. In 1943, the Denver Mint struck over 1 billion steel cents, making the 1943D one of the most widely produced coins of its type. Because of this high mintage, the coin is not rare in general circulation grades. However, finding one in excellent condition, especially with strong luster and minimal rust, can be more difficult. So while the coin is common overall, high-grade examples are more desirable and can command better prices in the collector market. The value of a 1943D steel penny depends heavily on its condition and whether it has any rare errors. In poor or heavily worn condition, especially if the coin is dirty or corroded, it may be worth around 10 to 50 cents. In typical circulated condition, values range from about 50 cents to $2. A coin in fine condition may sell for around $2 to $5, while extremely fine examples can reach $5 to $10. Uncirculated coins with original shine can be worth $10 to $25 or more. In high mint state grades, especially certified examples, prices can climb to $50 or higher. Some top quality specimens have sold at auction for several $100s, especially those with exceptional preservation or eye appeal. However, values always depend on grading, condition, and market demand. The 1943D steel cent becomes truly exciting when errors are involved. Some known errors include double die varieties, where the design appears slightly doubled, and off-center strikes, where the coin design is not properly aligned. Clipped planchets, die cracks, and broad strikes also exist. One of the most famous and valuable possibilities is a 1943 copper penny struck by mistake instead of steel, though these are extremely rare and mostly known from other mints. If a 1943D coin appears copper instead of silver, it should be professionally tested because it could be extremely valuable. Even smaller errors can significantly increase the coin's worth. One of the most exciting things about the 1943D steel penny is that it can still be found today. Many people discover these coins in old jars, coin rolls, inherited collections, or forgotten boxes. Because they were made in such large numbers, they are not impossible to find, but finding one in great condition or with an error is much rarer. This keeps the thrill alive for collectors and treasure hunters who search through everyday coins hopping to make a lucky discovery. Before selling or valuing your 1943D steel penny, carefully check its condition. Look for rust, wear, and whether the original zinc coating is still intact. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can reduce its value significantly. If you believe your coin might be high grade or has an error, consider having it graded by a professional service. Store your coin in a dry, protective holder, because steel cents are prone to corrosion if exposed to moisture. The 1943D steel penny has steady collector demand because of its unique history and appearance. While common examples may not increase dramatically in value, high-grade coins and rare era varieties have strong investment potential. As interest in historical coins continues to grow, especially among new collectors, these coins remain popular. Over time, well-preserved examples are likely to become more desirable, making them a solid long-term collectible rather than a quick profit investment. One fascinating fact about the 1943 steel penny is that many people confuse it with a dime because of its silver color. Another interesting detail is that these coins often rust if the zinc coating wears off, which is why finding clean examples is more challenging. Also, because they are magnetic, they are one of the few US coins that will stick to a magnet, making them fun and easy to test. If you enjoyed learning about the 1943D silver wheat penny, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Check your old coins, jars, and collections today because you never know, you might already have a hidden treasure in your hands. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a steel penny, and stay tuned for more rare and valuable coin discoveries. Next up, the 2009D 1-cent coin is part of one of the most interesting modern US coin series ever released. It was issued to celebrate the 200th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent design. Even in dirty or circulated condition, collectors still search for these coins because 2009 was a special one-year type with 4 different reverse designs, each telling a story from Lincoln's life. While most examples are common, certain high-grade coins and rare era varieties can be surprisingly valuable. That's why even a worn 2009D penny should never be ignored. In 2009, the United States Mint launched a special 4-coin series to honor Abraham Lincoln's life journey. This was not just another penny release. It was a historical tribute divided into 4 stages: birth and early childhood in Kentucky, formative years in Indiana, professional life in Illinois, and presidency in Washington, D.C. Each design was released throughout the year, making 2009 unique in modern coinage. This happened during a time when the US Mint was already experimenting with commemorative circulating coin programs, like the state quarters and presidential dollars. The Lincoln bicentennial cents became highly collectible because they combined history, education, and limited-time designs. For collectors, 2009 pennies are important because they mark a transition period just before the shield reverse design replaced these special designs in 2010. The front of the coin, known as the obverse, features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has been used since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in US history. The inscriptions include "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2009. The reverse is where things get exciting. There are 4 different designs, each created by different artists and sculptors. The birth and early childhood design shows a simple log cabin, symbolizing Lincoln's humble beginnings. The formative years design shows young Lincoln reading while taking a break from rail splitting. The professional life design features Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois state capitol. The presidency design shows the unfinished US Capitol dome, representing a nation in progress during the Civil War. In terms of specifications, the coin is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, returning to the original bronze composition for this special year. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19.05. This makes it slightly different from most modern pennies made after 1982, which are mostly zinc. The D Mint mark on your coin means it was produced at the Denver Mint. This mint is known for producing large quantities of circulating coins for the western United States. Unlike older coins, the mint mark is clearly visible on the obverse, just below the date. Coins without a mint mark typically come from the Philadelphia Mint, while S-Mint coins are from San Francisco and are often proof coins. The Denver Mint usually produces high volumes, so most 2009D pennies are not rare by mint mark alone. However, certain design types within the 2009 series had lower mintages, which can affect value. The 2009D Lincoln cents were produced in the hundreds of millions across all 4 designs, but each design has its own mintage figure. Compared to typical billions of pennies made in other years, these numbers are lower, making them more collectible. Still, they are generally considered common in circulated condition. Some designs, like the Presidency reverse, had relatively lower mintages and can be slightly more desirable among collectors. Even in dirty condition, your 2009 D penny has some value, but it largely depends on its condition and whether it has errors. In poor or heavily worn condition, it is usually worth face value or slightly above, around 1 to 5 cents. In circulated condition, it may sell for 5 to 20 cents depending on the design. Fine condition examples can reach 25 to 50 cents, while extremely fine coins may be worth around 50 cents to one. Uncirculated coins, especially those with strong luster and no wear, can sell for $2 to $5 or more. High-grade mint state coins graded MS67 or higher can reach $20 to over $100 depending on the specific design and eye appeal. Some top-quality examples have even sold for higher prices at auction, but these are rare and require near-perfect condition. The real excitement with 2009 D pennies comes from error coins. Collectors actively search for doubled die errors, where letters or numbers appear doubled. Off-center strikes can make the coin look misaligned and are highly collectible depending on the percentage off-center. Clipped planchet errors, where part of the coin is missing due to a metal blank issue, can also add value. Broad strike errors, where the coin lacks a proper rim, and rotated die errors, where the front and back are not aligned correctly, are also known. Missing mint marks are extremely rare for modern coins but would be very valuable if found. Error coins can sell from $10 to several $100s depending on rarity and condition. The exciting part is that 2009 D pennies can still be found in circulation today. Many people overlooked them or spent them without realizing their significance. You might find them in old coin jars, bank rolls, estate sales, or even pocket change. Because they look like normal pennies at first glance, valuable examples can easily go unnoticed. Before selling your coin, always check the exact reverse design and condition. Never clean your coin, even if it looks dirty, because cleaning can reduce its value significantly. Collectors prefer natural surfaces, even if they are worn or toned. If you think your coin is in excellent condition or has an error, consider getting it professionally graded. Store your coins in dry, safe holders like coin flips or capsules to prevent further damage. Handling should be minimal and always by the edges to avoid fingerprints. The 2009 D Lincoln cent has steady collector demand because of its historical importance and unique designs. While common examples may not increase dramatically in value, high-grade coins and error varieties have strong potential. As time passes and fewer high-quality coins remain, the value of top-condition pieces is expected to grow. A fun fact many collectors don't know is that 2009 was the first time since 1909 that the Lincoln cent returned to its original bronze composition. Also, it's the only year with 4 different reverse designs for the Lincoln penny. This makes it a mini historical collection in just 1 year. Another interesting detail is that the Presidency design shows the Capitol dome unfinished, symbolizing the country during the Civil War. So now you know the full story behind the 2009 D Lincoln penny. Even in dirty condition, it could still hold hidden value. Before you spend your next penny, take a closer look because you might be holding a small piece of American history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me in the comments if you've ever found a rare penny in your pocket change. And remember, check your coins today because treasure could be hiding in plain sight. Next up, the 2009 1-cent coin without a mint mark is not just an ordinary penny. It is part of a special historical series that celebrates the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Collectors actively search for these coins because 2009 was a unique year when 4 different reverse designs were released, each telling a story from Lincoln's life. Even in dirty or circulated condition, these coins attract attention because they mark an important moment in US coin history. While most examples are common, certain versions, high grades, and error coins can be worth more than face value, making them exciting for both beginners and experienced collectors. The year 2009 was chosen to honor the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and the United States Mint decided to release 4 different penny designs throughout the year. Each design represents a stage of Lincoln's life, from his humble beginnings in a log cabin to his presidency in Washington, D.C. This was the first major redesign of the Lincoln cent since 1959, making it historically important. During this time, the United States was also going through economic challenges following the 2008 financial crisis, which makes coins from this period even more meaningful in a historical context. These pennies were widely circulated, meaning many people handled them daily without realizing their collectible value. Today, they serve as both a tribute to Lincoln and a reminder of a significant time in modern American history. On the front side, also called the obverse, you will see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design originally created by Victor David Brenner in 1909. This design has remained largely unchanged for over a century, making it one of the most recognizable coin portraits in the world. The inscriptions include "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2009. The reverse side is where things get interesting. There are 4 different designs, but if your coin has no mint mark, it most likely comes from Philadelphia and could feature any one of these: the log cabin, birth and early childhood; the young Lincoln reading, formative years; Lincoln as a lawyer, professional life; or the U.S. Capitol Dome, presidency. Each design was created by different artists under the U.S. Mint program. In terms of physical details, the coin is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighs about 2.5 grams, and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. One special feature of 2009 pennies is that collector versions were also struck in 95% copper, similar to older coins, making those versions more valuable. A 2009 penny without a mint mark means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike coins from Denver, which carry a D mint mark, or San Francisco, which carry an S mint mark, Philadelphia coins traditionally have no mint mark for most Lincoln cents. This does not automatically make the coin rare, but it is important for identification. Mint location does affect value in some cases. For example, San Francisco proof coins are usually more valuable due to their limited production and special finish. However, Philadelphia coins were produced in very large numbers, so most are common unless they have errors or are in excellent condition. The 2009 no mint mark pennies were minted in large quantities, often reaching hundreds of millions for each design. Because of this high mintage, they are generally considered common coins in circulated condition. However, certain designs had slightly lower mintages than others, and collectors sometimes seek complete sets of all 4 designs, increasing overall demand. The value of a 2009 1-cent coin without a mint mark depends heavily on its condition and whether it has any unique errors. In poor or heavily worn condition, especially if the coin is dirty, it is usually worth only face value, which is 1 cent. In circulated condition, it may be worth around 2 to 5 cents, mainly to collectors completing sets. In fine to extremely fine condition, the value can rise to around 10 to 50 cents depending on the design and eye appeal. Uncirculated coins, which show no wear and retain their original shine, can be worth between $1 and $3. High-grade mint state coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading companies can reach $10 to $50 or more. Some exceptional examples, especially with perfect grading or strong eye appeal, have sold for over $100 at auction. However, these high values are rare and depend on top condition and certification. Even though most 2009 pennies are common, error coins can be quite valuable. Collectors look for double die errors where the text or design appears duplicated, off-center strikes where the design is misaligned, clipped planchets where part of the coin is missing, and die cracks that appear as raised lines on the surface. Other interesting errors include broad strikes, where the coin spreads out due to a missing collar, and rotated dies, where the front and back are not aligned properly. Coins struck on the wrong planchet, such as a different metal, are especially rare and can sell for hundreds of dollars. These errors are what turn an ordinary penny into a potentially valuable collectible. One of the most exciting things about the 2009 penny is that it can still be found in everyday circulation. Many people overlook these coins, especially if they are dirty or worn. You might find them in pocket change, coin jars, bank rolls, or even old collections stored away for years. Because they were released in large numbers but also widely used, there is always a chance of discovering one with a rare error or in excellent condition. Before selling or valuing your coin, always check its condition carefully. Look for details like sharp lettering, clean surfaces, and minimal wear. Avoid cleaning your coin, even if it looks dirty, because cleaning can reduce its value significantly. Collectors prefer natural surfaces, even if they appear worn. It is also a good idea to store your coin in a protective holder or coin flip to prevent further damage. If you believe your coin might be rare or valuable, consider getting it graded by a professional service. The 2009 Lincoln Cent series remains popular among collectors because of its historical significance and unique designs. While most coins will not see dramatic increases in value, high-grade examples and rare error coins have strong potential. As time passes and fewer pristine coins remain available, demand for top-quality pieces may continue to grow. Many people don't realize that 2009 was the only year the Lincoln penny had 4 different reverse designs released in a single year. Another interesting fact is that special collector versions were made with higher copper content, making them different from regular circulation coins. These coins also marked the beginning of changes that eventually led to the Union Shield design introduced in 2010. If you enjoyed learning about the 2009 1-cent coin without a mint mark, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries. Don't forget to check your own pocket change, coin jars, and old collections. You never know when a simple penny could turn into a hidden treasure. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and keep hunting because the next valuable coin could already be in your hands.